Good morning. I just woke up. I'm gonna get ready. Then this outfit I've worn it in the previous video. I'm gonna go get some Starbucks and come back home and get into this video. Yeah. See you soon. And we're back. I'm just get some Starbucks. This is a gift from a friend. Let's go get some Starbucks. And we're back. Did I get Starbucks? Yes, I did. Did I drink it? Yes, I did. In this video, I wanted to talk about the short film that Tre Melvin released recently. It's called My Ex-Husband Married My Brother. I was quite excited for it, not gonna lie. What I can really say is that it is quite an interesting film. Like, I don't know how to make it sound, I don't know how to explain how interesting it is. Like, it's right there, it's available. If you wanna go watch it. But like I have thoughts. Not bad ones. It's a good, I actually liked the short film, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the short film, I found it quite interesting. I thought it was gonna be a comedy in the beginning because of the way that there were jokes and stuff. Like, just the way the line delivery was very much Tre Melvin, very much like Watermelon Drea kind of vibes. You know, like very punny, very funny, very insulting to a certain group. And yeah, I kind of expected it to be a comedy. And then 4 minutes in, the tone changes, the tone shift, and I was like, huh. We went from like, this is so funny, this is so cute, to like, there's a death in the family and a possible murder, you know? I have like so many questions as to like, what was the idea behind the concept? It's interesting as a general concept, and like, oh yeah, look, you know, like what trauma, I guess, can do to you. Because I thought that was the whole like message, is that not a state of trauma, but in a state of like high emotional instability or whatever, a person can create a reality for themselves that isn't true. They don't even know how to differentiate reality from that, you know, traumatic situation or highly emotional situation. But that's what I thought eventually. But in the beginning, all I was thinking is, what the fuck? Like, the first reactions that I had was like, oh, okay, this is kind of funny, it's probably going to be a comedy, but then why was he crying in the beginning? And then when they showed the parts that he let's see him crying, I was like, oh, because he's still like emotionally hurt, you know, he's still very distraught over the fact that he lost his husband to his own brother, you know, like anybody would murder their relatives right after that, you know. But then you find out he stabbed his son, and it's just like, okay, cool, you know, like cool, that's fine. But all I could also think about was the fact that like he got stabbed in the gut. Like when they showed like the husband being stabbed, I thought he got stabbed in like the guts, you know. But you know, he got stabbed on the side. Like it's not a fatal stab unless you twist it. But like, he'll be fine. You know, just call the ambulance, he'll be fine. Just say it was an accident or something. But then you see he stabbed his son, and I was like, oh, he thought his son was his husband. But yeah, did I enjoy it? I did. I very much like enjoyed the comedy section in the beginning, you know, just the pure hate he had for like the both of them all of a sudden, you know, especially like in the beginning, like it was such a nice sort of contrast, I guess, with like comedy where you have something outlandish happening in front of you, but everyone's just acting calm. Like, okay, put on some clothes, you know? Okay, so I'm editing this, you know, right now. I don't know if you can tell. By the way, like, Merry Christmas. I guess Merry belated. I don't know. Depending on when I upload this, I'm probably gonna upload this like tomorrow. But in reviewing his Tre Melvin's short film, I realized something that I didn't realize before. Was firstly the fucking montage. That montage is long as shit, sir. Like, for a short film, it's already 20 minutes long. Not even 20 minutes, 18 minutes actually. It's an 18-minute short film, which means that the goal wasn't to get to 20 minutes, or maybe it was to get to as close to 20 minutes as possible, but it's 18 minutes and 3 minutes, about 3 minutes 40 seconds are taken out of just montage. And it's like repetition of like like the same footage was used. You know what I mean? Like for the whole wedding scene, and I don't know, them kissing and them looking all lovey-dovey, and you know, like that's cute. That's cute. That's nice. It's relevant to the story to show that, like, oh, okay, he's super attached. He's super sad. That like all these happy memories with parents, and yet here he is breaking, like, as in this same house as an ex. You know, like, I get that. The next time he comes to this house, he's a fucking ex. He's an ex-husband. You know, he's a divorcee, bitch. You know, and I can get that. But why do I need to spend basically 4 minutes of my life just watching that? Like, I was sad for the first minute, and then the music started to go down, and I thought, okay, we are finishing. This is the end. Okay, my emotions have been wrung a little bit, have been twisted a little bit, and then the music picks up, and we're there for another 2 to 3 minutes. I got bored. I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason why I didn't pay attention to a lot of the things. Like, I didn't mention a lot of the things that happened in the previous recording of this, is because I got bored, bruh. Like, I literally stopped paying attention at some point because so much of it was spent on the montage for their wedding. Why are we spending so much time trying to establish that? Like, now I spent 4 minutes complaining about it. If this video is less than 10 minutes, it's less than 10 minutes. If it's less than 20 minutes, it's less than 20 minutes. I'm just gonna make a video based on like what my thoughts are on this film. You know, especially as a film graduate. Well, a graduate of a film school, thank you. I felt as if it was kind of like a waste of time for us to spend 4 minutes basically just seeing you be sad over the fact that your relationship ended. Like, it's good, it's a good thing to add, but for a short film, I don't need to spend that much time on it. But like, even in longer films and like feature films and everything with bigger budgets and all that, montages are usually to show passing of time, or if you're going to use it like, you know, as a memory, you know, flashback situation, then you actually have like more than one event in that montage, in that flashback. You understand what I mean? Like, you don't have one memory playing over and over again. You know, like, but we saw that like 2 minutes ago. What difference does it make? We saw it a minute ago before that. Like, you understand? Like, what difference does it make? The fact that you love this person, we get it. We get it. The fact that you're crying, we get it. You know? So that was something that I really found a little irritating, and that I really forgot to mention. Tre Melvin's acting, I will have to say, spectacular, because, well, maybe not spectacular, but like, it was really good. I was actually quite impressed. This man was crying, snotting, you know, like, he got everything, all the details about this, you know, heartbreak feeling. Like, I actually saw the feelings through the screen, you know what I mean? I actually felt it for a little bit. And then he stabbed him, and I was kind of a little confused, like, okay, we all do things in a moment of passion. That's not a part of the story that I hate, you know? What confused me? So he stabs his husband, or he thinks is his husband, right? And then he flops to the floor and dies. Even though he got like stabbed in the intestines, but sure, you know? He dies. He goes to jail. It's not jail, it's a psychiatric ward. You know? Like, he's taken to the psychological section, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. But why? And then we see that, oh, he actually stabbed his son. Like, oh, that's so sad. Like, what was actually happening, you know? 'Cause I don't know if I'm making sense. But like, what was actually happening? Because but he was staying in that house with his son, right? So was he having these like thoughts, whatnot? Like, was he seeing all this shit in like real time, and just immediately assumed that, oh yeah, my husband and my brother decided to just shag each other and get me out of the way? You know, like, okay, if that's the case, why did you come to the house and say, we need a place to stay, we got evicted? If you live in the house, like, where do you stay? And also, where do you think you stay? Feel like, why did he say, oh, we got evicted, oh, I lost my job and stuff like that? Like, okay, maybe he did lose his job and all that, but then why did he say he got evicted when he lives there? In his mind, where does he live? Like, I don't know. It's just stuff that didn't make sense. Like, just what happened before this? Like, in many short films, they say, like, it will just start off like as at an event, you know, like Christmas or basketball shit, or like, you know, just some event is happening where 2 people or multiple people or 1 person is going to that event. So I can understand, you know, like, you immediately assume that, okay, this person has a place to live. This person probably came from wherever they live, took a train, took a bus, took a car to get here. That's fine. we don't have to really get to that point unless that information is important later. Like if they're running away and you're wondering why aren't they just taking their car, why aren't they just running to the nearest train station, why aren't they taking their bicycle, you know? Like, it's only important if that information, it could be of use later. To then say like, oh, I don't have a place to live, so which means that you didn't have a place, you no longer have a place to stay, and you decided to come here. Great. While you were here, your husband and your brother are here offering every day, you know? That's fine. Great. You go down to the basement, see all the memorabilia of you and your husband's relationship. You know? So, like you and your ex-husband's relationship. So sad. Let's move on. You think you stab your husband, but then it's shown to be that it's actually your son. So then, and later on revealed, your husband's actually dead. So is your brother. They were in a car crash when they're coming back home to bring a cake celebrating your 10-year anniversary. Cool. So then, the fuck were you doing bringing your child to this house saying that you got evicted? Who are you telling that to? You know, like it changes the information as to like what the real situation was. Like what actually happened then? You know, because we know that the husband wasn't there, we know that the brother wasn't there. So maybe these walls that he's just like, I hate what you've done with the place. Maybe it's a thing of like, oh, it hurts. You know, it hurts to see the walls and all that. The walls in which represent your old relationship, you know, reminds you of a person who's no longer here. That hurts. That's great. Okay, cool. Who were you talking to? And also, why wasn't your child just like, who are you talking to? Like, why do we not get any hints of like the child having experienced this before and is like used to like the dad just lashing out or having these moments of like thinking that, or like these moments where he just talks as though there's more than the two of them in the room. But yeah, that was just the main things that I had issues with, like when it comes to the narrative of it, when it comes to the actual story. Yeah, when it comes to like technical stuff and behind the scenes, I actually switched off the filter on my laptop for a while now. Like it has different modes, like animation, movie, standard I believe, and like something for like eye support. But I left it on for so long that I actually didn't notice that I had a filter over my screen. And when I switched it off, I realized so many things about that phone when it came to the technical aspects, mainly the color grading, because there wasn't any. Granted, maybe it was like they didn't have time to do it, or maybe it just wasn't in the budget. But it's not that hard to color grade. You can use DaVinci, it is free. And Premiere Pro has literally a color tab so that you can like color grade and stuff like that. So I don't understand why it wasn't color graded, but sure. Even I color grade some of my videos. I look ashy as fuck in all my videos, even with Vaseline on, even with lotion. You understand? Like I look crusty. So I had a bit of a buffing effect. So maybe I could have like done that. It would have been nice to see, you know. I'll even show if I remember to grade it and a non-graded clip. And it's not like an intense grade, like, oh my word, it looks like there's thousands of colors on the wall, I can taste the color pink. It's just, it makes things look clean and better. Number two is in one shot, I know it's nitpicking, but in one shot, Tre, I believe you were the director of this lovely film. And I could see you in the reflection of the glass at the end of the hall door passage next to the kitchen. But if you graded, you wouldn't have shown up. But yeah, just those are the things that I noticed. But I'll still give this like film like a 6.5. In general, the concept, I did kind of enjoy it, you know. It just needed a lot of like context as to like how did they come to this. I think a better beginning would have been like he's in the house and the husband comes through, because then it makes sense that okay, he's been staying here for ages and you know, husband's dead for a while and he thinks that the husband just never came home. Instead of now having the story where for some reason he's the one who left the house. Did you get evicted or did you not? But yeah, please, by the way, please like, share, and subscribe. My hair's messy as fuck. Yeah, highly valued. This video is definitely not coming out on Christmas, because it is Christmas. So yeah, hopefully the next video is a lot more prepared. I want to like do more phone reviews and stuff like that because you know that's what a bitch is qualified in. Please like and share if you enjoyed this. Thank you. Also, I tried uninstalling McAfee and it just didn't work. Now it bothers me twice as much. Let me finish editing this video so it can actually come out like tomorrow, like I said, instead of Monday.